Hi boys and girls, today we're going to be talking about space and how we can use space in our art to create a depth to our picture. So we're going to have a background, which is probably where our sky is going to be, the middle of our paper, and the foreground, things that are up close, and that'll give us space in our picture, okay? So we said we were going to be inspired by the month of March, and our book, it looked like spilt milk. So here we go. We're going to start by creating a horizon line on our paper to separate the sky from the land. Your horizon line can be anywhere you want. You can put it anywhere along here. I'm going to do mine up kind of right about here, and I might make it a little bit wavy because my hill or my land is kind of bumpy maybe. It's not super smooth. So I'm just going to go from one side of my paper across to the other. You can do that too now. Okay, now we want to create some hills in here. So I'm going to start at the bottom corner of my paper, and I'm just going to do like a curved line that kind of comes up and goes right to the other edge of the paper. There's one hill. And now I'm going to go to this top corner up here where the land stops, where the land and the sky meet, and I'm going to do a curved line that kind of comes down and curves down right to the middle of that one, or somewhere in there. So that gives me 1, 2, 3 hills. Go ahead and draw your hills on your paper. Okay, now that we have 3 hills and we know where our sky is, we're going to create some cloud shapes. So Mrs. Walker is going to give every table a basket. It'll have some small white paper and some tracers. You don't have to use the tracers, but you can if you want to. I'm going to use one here to show you how. You just lay it on your paper and trace around it. And then you're going to cut that out. And you can draw your own too if you want. If you just want to draw some of your own, I might just do a few clouds of my own. Maybe I'll do a more roundy one. One thing to be careful of if you're doing your own is if you make them like this, real deep, they're a lot harder to cut out if you have to go way in and way in. So if you're making your own, don't make those curved lines too deep. Then you're going to take your scissors and cut those out. And just make your paper turn the way you want to turn. I'm not turning my scissor hand. I'm just using my helper hand to turn the paper. I'm just kind of, as I'm cutting slowly. I'm squeezing the scissors in, and as I'm cutting, I'm turning the paper, making it turn, okay? Once you have that cut out, you're going to take a piece of tape, and you can either tear or cut this off. It doesn't matter to me which way you do it. The way you make a tape roll is the piece that's stuck to your finger is stuck there. You take the other side and you curl it, roll it up, and stick it down to itself. And that makes a little tape roll that works really good for holding these onto our paper. And then I'm going to stick that onto my cloud. And you can put your clouds anywhere you want. You can even overlap those lines. I'm going to just stick my clouds right here, one in this field. Maybe I'll put another one down here in this field, okay? Now, once we have those on, we are going to paint. And we're going to be painting, here I've got an example that I did earlier. We're going to paint the sky. And you can make the sky whatever colors of blue you like. And your grass. And I actually tried to change my grass. I had a little bit of yellow to this one, and I had a little bit of blue up there to make it different colors of green. So when you're painting, we're going to be using watercolors today. This looks a little blurry. And the word watercolors actually tells you what you need to do with these. So you want to always be sure you go water, color, and then paint. And you can paint right over top of your little cloud shapes. I'm painting right over top of mine. So water, color, paint. I'm just going to paint all this green in here, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of color into my picture, but I'm not going to mix over here. I don't want to stick my brush into the yellow there. I want to hit water, color, and then I can mix it in a little bit here and see if it changes my green to more of a yellowy green. Ooh, I like that. I think I want one of my hills to be just regular green though, so I'm going to go water, color, paint. I didn't get enough on my brush. Water, color, paint. Each time you do it, say to yourself, water, color, paint, so that you get plenty of water on your brush. Okay, water, color, paint. I think I'm going to add a little bit of blue to this. Water, color, paint. Water, color, paint. And now I'm going to add a little bit of blue. Water, color. Ooh, that was a lot of blue. I think I'm going to have more green. What do you think? Yep, because that's looking pretty blue. So water, color, paint. Ooh, I like that. That's a bluish green. So if you get too much of one color, you can always add more of another, right? That'll make it change back. Okay, then for my sky, I want just blue. So water, color, paint. Ooh, that's pretty. Once you are done with this, you're going to put it on the drying rack and we'll let it dry. And then when our picture's dry, we'll take off our little pieces and we'll turn our cloud shapes into something else. So it might have looked like a cloud shape, but our clouds are not really clouds, are they? They're going to be lambs. Okay?